Well, having to work really does suck. Like, unless you're doing something you love, like working, it sucks. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tati. I am back with another video. Finally, it's been a minute, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. We ended off with me being unemployed, right? Got a new job, got hired, like the end of January, right? Whole process took about 2 months. If you are familiar with ABA, which is applied behavioral analysis, it's pretty much like the practice of working with kids with autism, right? So I'm a registered behavior technician. So that's what I got hired for. The whole process of actually getting certified took me about over 2 months to do that, and also finally start working at the job, because the job that I'm at right now paid for my certification. I've said before, like, if I'm gonna work somewhere, it has to make sense to me as an individual, right? Because I was tired of working jobs that were just all about putting money in somebody else's pockets. I wanted something that was actually going to like speak to me, speak to who I am, allow me to actually give back to my community. Anyways, I want to talk about how unemployment has affected me in a good way and a bad way. Let's start with the bad way first. Unemployment, like actually receiving unemployment pay, was it felt so like, the only word I can find is demeaning. Demeaning because not only was it super unrealistic to live off of the low amount of money that they give you. I'm grateful that I was able to receive something, right? But to be real with you, like one unemployment check was like less than my insurance, car insurance. So you can imagine it's only paying one bill. I got more than one bill. Like, bro, I got rent to pay, car note to pay, other stuff to pay. Like, I'm not even gonna go so deep into it, right? But also the fact that I couldn't work, like I couldn't make no money. Like most people know that, but if you don't know that, you can't make no money outside of unemployment, or you'll lose your eligibility for unemployment, right? Some people be testing it. I'm not one of them, because anything can happen to where, God forbid, you may need that unemployment check again in the future. The fact that I couldn't work, I couldn't even make $50 like outside of unemployment without losing eligibility. So it's like they pay you way less than you can make a living off of, right? And then you can't even supplement that. So it's like you either down bad or more down bad by losing it. The realities of unemployment aren't fun. Like, you need money. What I mean? As much as I hate that concept of like capitalism in general, you honestly do need money to live in this, like, unless you're like off the grid, you're gonna have to make money some way. Now, the way you do it, that's none of my business, right? But you gotta do something to make money. So not being able to make money, it kind of, not being able to take care of myself in the ways I wanted to take care of myself in, like, it just, just like cosmetic stuff, like getting my hair done. Like, I just got my retwist. Getting my brows done. Like, I could get my brows done because I only get them threaded anyways, right? Off topic, but it's just like you can't splurge on yourself, so that's not fun. Not being able to go out as much as you like, things like that, like outside of not being able to pay your bills, right? Because that's stressful. Like, that's stressful. Unemployment taught me, for one, You do need some sort of income. I mean, I'm sure most people know that, right? It's just not fun not having money, right? So that's a bad way. What I've also learned from unemployment is that time is a luxury. If anybody tells you unemployment ain't lit for like the first week, like not having to go to work, like that aspect, not having to wake up for work, like I don't know, it's different. It's different. Um and also having free will to do what you like, if you do have a little bit of something, right? Having free will to do what you want to do, like just take money out of your head for a second, right? Just the concept of not working, it honestly feels great. Like you realize like this is how life should have been all along, right? Like it actually sucks. I've said this before, but it actually really sucks that I need to work on my posture. Anyways, I've told myself that I'm gonna keep working on my posture because I realize how much it changes my body. Um, time really is a luxury. Like not having to work, not having somebody to answer to, it feels great. In a grand scheme of things, well, having to work really does suck. Like unless you're doing something you love, like working it sucks. Like working to have a roof over your head. Cool, I have the roof over my head, but I have to work for it. And I can barely enjoy the roof over my head because I'm working so much. It's a lot of us who are working a full time job and still are wondering if they can have like this roof over their head in the next month. That sucks. So if I'm gonna be stressing work on top of that, not having it, it does feel good a little bit, right? Because it's kind of, I was gonna say I can do bad all by myself, but I really do be needing my jobs. So let me not. But like, bro, who really seriously wants to work unless it's something they enjoy? Being unemployed showed me how much energy I had in me at that point to give to my creative endeavors that I didn't have working, which is like honestly why I'm just now revisiting my YouTube, which I told myself I would be consistent with, right? And reality hit me. Started work again, and I don't have the capacity like I did when I was unemployed to actually give my all to my YouTube, my creative endeavors, my modeling like I want to. You know what I mean? Um, and it kind of sucks. And I feel like it's set up like that for a reason, right? I'm not trying to get all conspiracy theory and all that, but listen, a lot of conspiracy theories they be having truth to them, right? I have a theory that this system, and I know I'm probably not the first person to say it, but to actually live through the truth, the system is set up to where we're always stuck on this hamster wheel, like in this rat race, to where we can't like look outside of that and actually make ourselves better as a person. You know what I mean? Like build ourselves up in a real way outside of working. We've normalized having only 2 days off. It really is just one day. Because for me, Sunday don't count. And Friday don't count either because I worked. So it's like really all you have is Saturday for real. You know what I mean? It's Sunday, you're getting prepared for Monday, the new work week. Saturday, you finally get to enjoy yourself because Friday, you may be trying to recover from work that you had earlier that day, right? And God forbid you don't get off till late in that day, like past 5, you know what I mean? For me, I was gonna say even ideally I'd be wanting to get off at like 3:30 on a Friday. Anything past that, my day is gone. Like, let's just start the next day, you know? And the next day you might be wanting to rest, right? So when it comes to creating, like you literally have to carve out time scrape it together, do something, whatever you can do to put time and effort into building yourself up outside of your career, right? Because we're more than our careers. In reality, I don't think I was born to work. Like I'm saying, I don't think like I know I wasn't born to work. We weren't. All of this is man made. You know what I mean? So I already said like I'm made to literally just be a girl. Like enjoy nature, and what the world has naturally given us. So working is already abnormal. So now that I am back, like at my regular like 9 to 5, it's not really 9 to 5 because my hours do vary. But now that I'm back working, I realize how much time is a luxury. Time is a luxury. Do not spend all your time at a job. Even though we are there for a large part of our time, do not spend so much of you providing for somebody else's richness, right? Because the people at the top, they ain't having to do the hard work like we are. It's always like the people at the bottom who are working the hardest, while the people at the top enjoy the fruits of your labor, So it's important to take control of your life. If anything, my biggest lesson with having to go back to work after having so much time to myself, like having to revert back to giving my time to something else, has taught me that I have control at the end of the day. Like, I control whether things get posted or not. You know what I mean? And also control how much of myself I give to the job. I'm not going to kill myself over no job. Like, I used to be very rigid. Like, I'm still rigid, but like, just with human things that happen, like making sure I'm never late to work. Meanwhile, everybody else is late. Meanwhile, people is calling out all the time, right? And it's not like I'm trying to lower myself, but at the same time, bruh, the work gonna be there. But all I'm saying is I'm kind of approaching work in a more authentic way. Work is just somewhere I go for some of my day. That's how I look at it. It's not gonna be my life anymore because I don't dream of working. Although I do love what I do, right? Just the aspect of working in it of itself, like having to work to pay my bills. When you think deeper into just how the world is ran, I think of things as like a hierarchy, right? I don't believe, I don't put myself on a hierarchy, but there is an invisible hierarchy. Obviously, the rich being at the top, right? Things are set up in a way to where they stay at the top. Um, with unemployment, it has shown me so much about the system we live in. Like the hierarchy of the rich being at the top, small percent, right? Just imagine us normal people. If we had the amount of time that rich people have, because I feel like time on your hands is wealth as well, like a type of wealth. Like if you can't get time back, it's very valuable. But imagine like if us normal people had the same amount of time, right? We didn't have to worry about going to work 8, 10, 12 hours a day and coming home, having to take care of our duties, and then get into our creation time, right? If we had nothing but time to create, just imagine had we had enough time on our hands to really put 100% into us as an individual, put time into yourself. that percentage at the top would get bigger and bigger. And then the top would become like top heavy and it would kind of like topple down the hierarchy. If that makes sense, if you're following me, right? That's what they don't want. Like there's an order for a reason. If you're catching what I'm putting down, you get what I'm saying. So the system, the way it works, is designed to keep the poor people poor and the rich people rich, right? If you're a creator and you are working a 9 to 5, just make sure that you really take time to put in effort into your abilities outside of work. We have so much to bring to this world other than just our labor. You know, from our creators out there, I think, and I'm really talking to myself because I haven't posted in, I may have posted last month, but I guarantee you I haven't recorded since like 2 months ago. And that's why it's important to always look at the bigger picture. Time is one of the most valuable things you can have in the world, you know? And that's why people are afraid to age because they realize that they're running out of time, you know? Life isn't fun without money. And that's just being honest. Life is fun not having to work. Use your time wisely. And I said that like so many times in this video, right? But I really mean that. Using your time correctly. At the end of the day, when you're on your deathbed, most people regret things they didn't do. So, anyways, y'all, I'm gonna try to be more consistent. Um, I can't promise it, but I'm gonna try. You know, that's all I can do is try to be more consistent. I told myself that I was gonna post regardless, like having a job is not gonna change me. And it still hasn't, you know. I was stressing because I was like, dang, I haven't put out a YouTube video. And I kept thinking that. And I was like, bruh, just put out the video. You know, like, why stress about a video? Like putting out a video when you could literally just put it out. You know, just record it, put it out, you know? So here I am. I'm back. I'm going to try to keep at this at least twice a month. I can't say every week. We're going to have to build towards that. Um, but at least twice a month. I'm gonna try to put out more content because YouTube is a tough crowd, you know? And I knew this coming into it. Just getting better at my content takes time, it takes effort. So, yeah, it's all a journey. Um, I'm glad I'm continuing with this journey. And yeah, I only hope to get better. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed me rambling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace. I felt so Okay, I felt so old head doing that. Like, who says peace anymore? Like, bro, what? Anyways, yeah, y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye.